to Leagues 2 Trailblazer. I'm still on a bit of a clue scrolls spree, but we're going to mix in other things too. But first, in the elite clue scroll tier, there's a few more difficult items for the stash units. Namely, split bark, body, and legs. And that means Shades of Morton. And that means we need to have the temple built to make the oil. And that means there's nobody there right now, so I need to do this basically on my own. And that means the fancy bracelets that make you really good at building the temple. And that means I need silver. So that is why, to do elite clue scrolls, I'm currently mining silver. Because things make sense. This is quintessential Iron Man mode right here. Let's get this going. Well, that was very easy. Get yourself a flame to your bracelet and a flame to your hammer, and you can build that temple like nobody's business. And that's what we did. We went through there, just making an absolute mess of things. Made a whole bunch of oil, put it on magic logs, killed some of the highest little shades, burned them all up, and now we have keys. What we're looking for here is pretty much only care about getting fine silk. Everything else is just a little bit of whatever. Like this Amulet of the Damned. Don't really need that. All these battle staffs can be decent alks. But you can't turn battle staffs into split bark armor. So it's not really what we need. We can... Well, that I would need to... No, that's not going to work. We're just going to get a whole big pile of stuff, then we need to come back up here and take these out. Crimson keys. Alright. So it looks like we didn't get any fine silk from that first set, which isn't great. Not a good start. When I need 6 more of the things. Looks like we're fighting this shade. Hey, there's our first. I think that's the first fine silk we've gotten. Fine cloth. You know what I'm talking about. It's Shades of Morton. It's not that complicated. Fine cloth. Looking forward to the upcoming Shades of Morton rework. That could be interesting. I think there's some new interesting split barks you can get from that. So I'm definitely going to check that out, but that's not going to be in the league, so unfortunately we are stuck with regular roll Shades of Morton. Okay, we got 2 on that one. That's something, I guess. We still need 4 more, though. And we only have the top keys. We're saving this one so we can get inside. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky. Not that. That's not the luck I need right now. Amulets of the Damned. Okay, that's 4. 3 more. We just need 3 more, please. I can go rebuild the temple and get more of everything and come back and fight more shades, but if I don't have to, I don't want to. it's sure looking like we're gonna have to, isn't it? All this work for something that we might not even need. That's convenience factor. Gosh, if I could trade Ends of the Damned for fine cloth, I totally would. Oh, this is. Okay, we got one more. Okay, so we got 5 out of the 7 we need. I guess we're going back. Back to build the temple again. Get some more oils. Kill some more shades. Get some more keys. If we only need 2, I'll probably just do like 2 inventories worth. It's a little under 50, but that should be enough, hopefully. More Shades of Morton. Hooray. Went a little bit over the amount of keys we probably need, but at this point, better safe than sorry. We only need 2 more pieces of fine cloth. And with the amount of keys that we got, that should not be difficult. But you never know with RNG. We're sure getting a whole bunch of other things. But these are the lower level keys, so I guess you really can't expect too much from these. There's an order here. I like fine cloth. It's like red, brown, crimson, black, purple, something like that. In that general area, at least. Look at that. Easy enough. 2 fine cloth in our first inventory. Unlike our first set of keys where we got 0 in the first inventory. Well, I'm not going to complain about that at all. We got all the fine cloth that we need, but I've got all these keys. So we might as well open them up. But we're not going to find anything of much interest in here. So I'll just go and open all these. And meet you over at the Wizard's Tower. Ended up getting a whole bunch of extra fine cloth. So that's really good for me. I'm going to set this to 1. Very important. 1 split bark body. 1 split bark legs. And because we can, 1 split bark helm. 1 split bark gauntlets. And 1 split bark boots. That is full split bark. It's not a task or anything, but how many people do you think have actually bothered to get full split bark? Probably not many, because it is not very good. We look amazing though. Compared to our other magic gear, I mean, it might be better than split bark boots. Well, I'll check that. Or mystic boots. Probably worse magic attack. That's 2. These are 3. Yeah. Split bark is basically less magic attack but more defense, which not very useful. But it sure looks different. And that is the split bark body and the split bark legs. Next on the list, something that we really don't need to get, but I want to, just to make my life easier. We need, where's it at? A dragon spear. And we have one. But really we need 2. So I'm going to go get another dragon spear. You might be saying, how are you going to do that? Dragon spears are incredibly rare from the rare drop table. It's not going to happen. There is an option. Gorax. If you have a Ring of Wealth, you will find yourself with a dragon spear 1 out of 325. It's not a good drop rate, I'll give you that. But I guess it should be pretty AFK. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is it a waste of time? Almost definitely. It'd be much easier to just carry around the handful of elite clue stash unit items that I need for both of these. But I like to make things difficult for myself. So we're gonna fight Gorax for a while. As far as wastes of time are concerned, this was pretty high on the list. I went twice the expected drop rate. Then I went to do a little bit more digging. Apparently, there's 2 ways to get the Dragon Spear on the convoluted mess that is the rare drop table. Against normal monsters, you either roll onto the quote-unquote gem drop table, and then you have to roll on that to get to the super rare drop table. And then you can get the Dragon Spear and a few other things. You can also go straight to the super rare drop table, bypassing the gem drop table entirely. This works even if you haven't started or completed, it's not really clear, Legends Quest. Unfortunately, Gorax rolled directly to the gem drop table, so you have to complete Legends Quest to get to the super rare drop table from the gem drop table, which is the only way to get to the Dragon Spear from Gorax, so you have to complete the Legends Quest. But somewhere else said that you can wear the Ring of Wealth and it increases it, but it doesn't count if it isn't Legends Quest. It is spaghetti all the way down. But in the end, I don't think I can get a Dragon Spear from Gorax. If anybody else has gotten one, please feel free to share. But I think we're going to call it there for now. We have the one. It's going to be a little bit more annoying. But this is just a giant mess. Again, in a regular game, this would not be a problem. You would very easily be able to complete Legends Quest before you are hunting Dragon Spears. But that is the end of that. We're still looking for a few more items, and they should be a little bit easier if this was even possible in the first place to collect. So let's go get a different dragon item with a much, much higher drop rate. It sure is nice getting dragon item drops that you're looking for. Dragon boots ×2. 1 set for elite clue scrolls, 1 set for in case we go back to Cerberus, and 1 set that has a fancy gold trim. I'm going to call that complete success. And now we need another item. This one is going to be doubly useful. There it is. Came up to Death Plateau and fought the 2 strong trolls here and the 2 over there by the entrance. Get away from me. Ah. Because they're the ones that can drop the Granite Shield. We get 50 points for equipping it, and it's actually useful. Another step on the way to finishing everything I need to do elite clue scrolls. This has been a lot more effort than the lower level ones, which is to be expected, of course. Just need a few more items, and then we can start actually putting this all together. Made some Dragonstone jewelry, an additional Mind Shield, so I can keep the one in my bank. And this should be the last item we need. A Pirate Bandana. We failed to get a second Dragon Spear, but except for that, we got everything we need. And if Gorax aren't going to work, we can't really rely upon getting a Dragon Spear anywhere else. So let's go make the stash units we can. And start doing Elite Clue Scrolls. Finally. Another slight inconvenience here. This Elite Stash is taking my Lava Battle Staff. Luckily, we managed to get one of those from Cerberus. But we have access to Emerald Spectres, though. Or did we? I don't even remember. We have one, we can get them, not a problem. But now I don't have it, so my inventory will have one extra space if I had doing things I wanted to be wielding that staff to save runes, but it's fine. I've got earth and fire staffs. It's a very minor inconvenience, all things considered. Everything is now in place. These are the items that we could put in a stash unit, but then we wouldn't be able to do the other stash unit. So these are coming with me everywhere we go. Gonna have to figure up an inventory and gear setup for doing elite clues. But then, we're gonna do some elite clues. Shocker. Okay, here we go. Elite clue scrolls, and all sorts of things and teleports. And yes, the sled is necessary. There is an elite clue step down that mountain. We're gonna need a spade, aren't we? Pro tip, you need spades. Let's see what the first step's gonna be. The Fountain of Heroes. We can actually do this one. Alright. Well, let's get to it. See how many elite caskets we managed to get. Of all the elite clue steps, this has got to be the most bizarre. We're down here in Tarn's Lair, one of the weirdest places with the weirdest things in the entire game. Like, oh, take these magic logs, for example. The monsters drop weird stuff, and everything's weird, because apparently there's a toad bata that spawns here. And that's where you need to dig for this elite clue scroll. And we're going to check to make sure that we're not going to have to do this step again, because my goodness, it's a little bit of a trek to get back all the way here. Everything's spawning on top of me. We are coming towards an end, but not, okay. So yeah. There's a toad bata in here. If you would have asked me where does a toad bata spawn, I would not have told you Tarn's Lair. Because this is not even on the path that you take to get to Tarn. This is just another random offshoot in this really weird dungeon. So, we're almost done with this absolutely bizarre stuff. See you with the caskets. Many, many dropped elite clue scrolls later, we have 23 reward caskets. Let's see if we can get at least a few of these tasks completed. Do I want the mimic? No, I do not. Complete an elite clue scroll, 100 points. We got a master, that's good. Bunch of alchemical jewelry and such. Gain a unique from an elite clue. Ranger gloves. Pretty sure those are just black d'hide vambraces with like no defense or something. Or if they're identical. No, they're black d'hide vambraces with no defense. Okay. Vambraces already don't have a defense level, so that's not entirely useful to be that way, but okay. These can go in the we can alch these later tab. And that was 100 points for both of those. There's a Rune Dragon Mask. Fun. And a top hat. And there is fill 3 Elite Clue collection log slots for 50 points for some reason. It's 100 points for doing one, 100 points for getting one thing, and then 50 points for getting 3. Whatever. Ooh. Sagacious Spectacles. And a black Dehabadi G. I think the top hat looks better. Not much from that one. Gain 10 unique items from Elite Clues. Okay. Good. Very good. I guess it counted a lot of things that most people wouldn't count as uniques. Because as far as I can see, we've gotten 4. I guess it counts pages and the gnome firelighters and that kind of stuff. But hey, for another 100 points, I'm not going to complain. There's a Royal Gown Bottom. Another Master Clue. There's a Master Scroll Book. We can finally put all our scrolls away. A duplicate spectacles. Okay. Some random stuff. Oh, that's food, kinda. So yeah, if we cared about bank space or using any of these teleports, we could shove those in there, but that doesn't really matter. 11 more. We got Ranger's Tights. That'll go nice with our Ranger Gloves and Ranger Boots. Wow, a triple. We got a Monocle, 2 Scarves. Fill 10 slots, 100 points. I feel like we can... I'm going to have to check the guy that can put multiple things together. Because I feel like there's no way you can't put a monocle and a top hat together. That's just the correct thing to do. There's some Holy Wraps. That's interesting. 3 prayer bonus gloves. Pretty cool. Gain 25 unique items from Elite Clues for 250 points. Very good. Dragon Mace. Another Scarf. A Dark Infinity Color Kit. And a Master Scroll Box. And a Master Scroll Box. And another pair of spectacles. Okay. Well, that was fascinating. We managed to get most of the tasks done. Let's consult the collection log. For Elite Clues, we managed to get 13 items on this table, which is including the Gilded Plate Legs that we already had from Hard Clues. We got the 25 unique items, which is the last in that line. So the only Elite Clue tasks left would be 25 slots. So we need to do basically more than double what we just did. Well, we need to do the same over again and then not get any duplicates, which we apparently are incapable of doing. So there's also the complete, what is it, 200 or something? That's also not happening. So as far as getting more league points, Elite Clues are a finished entity. And that just leaves Master Clues. We only have 12 scroll boxes. So there's not a great likelihood of us getting much of this done. But I'm going to give it a shot.
There's one step that if we get, I will put this on pause. And that is the step requiring a Bandos God Sword. Because we do have plans to go there, if only for a little bit. And there is a tiny but possible chance that we could get that. But it all comes down to, can we do any master clues at all? First step. Poison Waste Island. We can't go there. I'd like to complete at least one. That'd be great. Resurrect at the Warriors Guild. Ah, we can do this one. Alright. We will see if we can complete a single master clue. Here goes nothing. Well, that's dead. We managed to complete 4 steps of master clues. And they're gone. So we don't get to open a master clue. Not even one. I mean, theoretically, I could go farm elite clue scrolls and try to get the drops from master clue scrolls. And then try to open those. But between having to go and get the elite clues, and then the tiny chance of completing elite clues, and then the tiny chance of there being a master clue in there, and then the tiny chance that we're able to actually complete the step, there's no reason to even bother. And the complete a single one is only like 100 points, so. Let me look in here. It's going to be in global. Complete a master clue scroll, 100 points. Get a unique, 100 points. And those would be the only ones even remotely possible. And to get that would require large amounts of grinding out elite clues. And even then, we would need to get like 100 more elite clues to even have a fraction of a chance of completing a master. Which is outrageous, but that's how this whole clues has been in this league, so. If they had made the change to giving you only steps in your areas, it would have been much more likely to complete the higher number of items for elites and literally anything in masters. But it isn't. So we've thrown hard and easy clues in here that we're not going to do any more of. I could go get a bunch of beginners and try to finish the entire beginner log, but I don't really feel like it. So I think that's probably going to be it for clue scrolls. We got a lot of points, but not all of them. But we only have a little bit of time left here, and I want to get on with a few other things, so I feel like that's good enough. We got a whole big pile of stuff. Haven't put this stuff in my house yet. Overall, I accomplished what I wanted to. So now, we can go do all the other things in the time we have remaining. Take a wild guess. What's at the end of this vine? It is 2,000 laps. Nobody should be surprised. That means transform Prince Monkey on my back, 500 points. Debatable if that was really worthwhile task for them to put 500 points on. It was very easy to do. Just took some time. And all the other monkey backpacks along the way. Overall, running around this agility course, very good. Well, let me just check here. I'm interested. If we look at completed tasks in all areas of master, that is our 3rd master task we've ever completed, along with 95 in all skills and max. Does going around an agility course 2,000 times really equate to getting a max cape? I disagree, but I'm not going to complain about it. And that means we no longer have to be here. So now we need to move on to something else in our less attention than maximum attention activities. And I think that's going to be herbivore, but really poorly doing it. Because there's some more points there that we could get. So that's the plan. But not right now. Right now, I'm going to go do something that is in no way minimum attention. It is time for maximum attention gameplay. Which, for the majority of things, that means bossing. And so we shall. Okay, here we go. This is the outfit we're going to be using. Opting for the Fury instead of the Torture. They'd probably both be fine. But I like seeing this magic defense nice and high. Unlike Zamorak, there's a lot of guys right near the entrance. So we're going to be making use of God Protection here. We've got our Crystal Memories all set and ready to go. We just pop in here and head into the private instance. Super combat up. Open the door. Get on the good gear. And go to work. Bring in Caramblons and Sharks. Not that it looks like we're going to really need any. And yet again, no special attack weapon. Because our options for special attacks are not great. First kill. Addy ore and 100 points. That is not what I was looking for. A shield left half on Grardor kill 6. Oh boy. So it's gonna be like that, is it? Oh well. Let me just pick this up. Interesting. Hopefully our luck can be that good for things we actually want. Well, that's something at least. God Sword Shard 1. From a minion even. Pretty good. A small start to a potential God Sword, but I'm honestly not getting my hopes up. We will see how many of these we end up doing. Well, this is working so far. There is God Sword Shard 2. We can just continue this pattern, get God Sword Shard 3, get the hilt, get the armor. Working. It's definitely working. I suppose it also is likely that we just go incredibly dry on God Sword Shard 3. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. Bandos hilt. That's pretty good. Now I guess we just need the God Sword Shard 3. Would not be surprised if we now go incredibly dry, since we got very lucky getting this here hilt. But at any rate, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And the ride never ends here at Bandos. There is a Bandos chestplate. I could probably use that while I'm here. But I got the whole mage defense thing going on, so that'll be
useful later. It's like a torso, which we already have. Only it's got more defense. So, that's just good. Good to have. Let me take those potatoes. Bandos chestplate. 250 points. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. This is going very well so far. Not gonna lie. Having a swell time. Well, it's another chestplate. Would have preferred not the chestplate. But, hey. It's our first duplicate here, so we really can't complain too much. Can't complain too much about that. Also, just check this. Alks for 175k. So, that's something. And there's the tassets. Very cool. Doing a good job. Getting the drops. Let's take care of Sergeant Grimspike, and we can go check these tassets out. Okay. Yes, I am picking up the clue scrolls, even if I'm not going to do any clue scrolls. That's the thing that's happening. Okay. If we go to our normal setup and compare it with tassets, it's more strength, same magic defense, and one more range defense. I mean, that's just a win, right? Also a prayer bonus, which is something. The melee defense doesn't really matter at all. So, yeah, that's just strictly better. Strictly better. Very good. So now I'm looking for only the boots and a shard 3, I believe. This is going exceedingly well. Let's pop open the collection log, make sure we're doing this right. Read. Bosses. General Gardor. Yep. We need boots and shard 3. Not too shabby for 60 kills. Not gonna lie. Pretty solid. Even got the hilt. We're going to Bandos in an attempt to get Bandos boots now, which is pretty silly, but I can roll with it. Having a good time. Coming in with a milestone here. Oh, wow, look at that. Defeat any Gaiwa's dungeon boss 100 times. And that's any specific boss. 250 points. And then what do we get as our reward for our 100th Bandos kill? Why, we get the Bandos boots. That thing that we wanted. I guess that means that we've finished Bandos. We still need to get a shard 3 from somewhere. But hey, that's done. Exactly on 100. That's just fantastic. That is what you like to see. So let's go recharge our prayer, head to the bank, and claim ourselves a whole bunch more points. This has gone exceedingly well. Not gonna lie. Would have been better if we got the Godsword Shard 3, but I really can't complain. Full Bandos. 500 points. Very good. Very good. So we finished that all. Only got one duplicate piece. I guess that means we're going to Sarah. Yeah. No reason to stick around here. I get some cool stuff from Surdome and God Wars. Namely, the Godsword Shard 3. And the crossbow, the Sarasword, Ceradome and hilt. All those would be nice to have. So, I guess we are switching it up again. Very, very happy. Look at me. I'm so fancy. Let's see how Ceradome goes. Okay. Here is the setup for Zileana. The Staff of the Dead is the most important part here, because we can use the special attack, and that makes this whole thing possible. Pop back in here. Let's see how this goes. Super combat potion. Open the door. Everything on special attack. Here we go. And we just have to quickly. The slash attack's higher, yeah. Quickly take Zileana out before our special attack ends and we start getting way more damage done. Because that's not what we need right now. Alright. There is 100 points. Very good. And again, we brought the whip, because it is better than the Staff of the Dead for clearing the minions, which is something we, again, want to do, because we are still looking for that Godsword Shard. So this looks like this should work nice and easy. And we even get to use our Bandos. So that's nice. The Sarasword is a fairly common drop, so we'll probably be seeing that one first, unless we get very lucky. And that's very much a possibility here. And then between kills, we need to get our special attack back. So we just pop to the house, drink from the pool, and it's as easy as that. Very good. Godsword Shard 2. Off a minion. Not the one we need, but pretty convenient. Worst case scenario, 150k alk. I don't have any real intentions of making multiple Godsword blades, so we could have been done right there, but of course we're not. Unfortunate. We're over here now, catching herbivore 100 times for 250 points. That is just the first of the herbivore tasks. Checking here. 250 and 500 are both also worth 250 points. So I think we will do that, along with all the other stuff we're trying to do. Nice and easy. And all these herbs I don't need. Hooray! Could drop them. Feel like it's faster to just bank them. Also, we get to look at a nice big stack of herbs at the end, so that's something. More herbivore. Oh hey, well, what's that? It's that incredibly common drop, the Ceradome Sword. 250 points. Fantastic. Don't really have a use case for this, but hey, 250 points. That is not bad. So now we only have the more rare drops here, namely the crossbow and the hilt. Neither of which are too useful for me, really. But they're points. Well, one of them's points. What I'm really looking for is the crossbow and the shard 3. So we'll see what we can get. Continuing the weird dragon drops at God Wars thing that we had going on at Bandos, there's a dragon med. That's pretty neat. Very fun helmet.
It's really old, and it still looks great. Not the Dragon Full Helm, but still, it's nice. There's another something. Ceradomin's Light. So we have two options with this. Well, maybe we have three options. What's the out price? 20k? Meh, doesn't matter. We can either make a Staff of Light, or we can make the Zamorak Gawar's Dungeon brighter. And I'm going to go with make the Zamorak Gawar's Dungeon brighter. Because, personally, I like the Staff of the Dead more than the Staff of Light. And they are functionally identical. So, consume Ceradomin's Light. What a fun animation. The grind continues. That's it. Godsword Shard 3. What do you know? Wow. I guess we're done with God Wars. We could stay here. Well, we got one more thing we want to do, but for the most part, we are done with God Wars now. We got the God Sword. We could continue at Ceradomin, try to get the crossbow. For what we need to do, we really don't need that. So what we're going to do instead is just be done. If we look in our collection log, Gwardor, we got everything but the pet. Krill, we got 3 spears, a staff, and not the useless staff, and no hilt. From Ziliana, we got the sword and the light. I think that's good. So let's go and construct this God Sword. And it's the Bandos God Sword. Arguably the best one. And I need a hammer. I don't know. I've got 99 strength. I feel like I got 99 strength and 99 smithing. I feel like I could just punch this together. But here we go. Let's make the God Sword blade. And the second part. Connect that to the hilt. And there's a BGS. 250 points. Come on, come here, guard. Can't even one-hit a guard with my Bandos God Sword spec. Yeah. I think that's going to be it for God Wars. So, now we can move on to something else. Well, no. We're going to do that last thing. And I think it should be pretty obvious what the last thing is. Let's do it. Okay. Let's see how this goes. If you hadn't guessed already, we are going to Kriara. We got a ranging potion, super defense potion, ruby and diamond bolts, a pack load of food, some extra prayer pots. Let's see if we can do this. Aside from the whole healing thing we got going on, this is basically a regular game Kriara kill. We're not trying anything fancy with Chinchampas. We're just kind of here. Standing in the corner, shooting the bird with the rune crossbow, which of course is not great. Hopefully it's good enough to get this one kill, because my goodness, are we not going to do dozens of kills here. It is just far too slow. heal up. Looks like we should have this, though. Yeah. In comparison, we can get many, many kills. We're talking 40 plus at the other God Wars bosses per hour. And apparently here, even with better gear, it's like 10. So that's not what I'm really looking for. And we can switch to Diamond Bolts. Probably could have switched to Diamond Bolts sooner than that, but whatever, doesn't matter. And we have also, I guess we can stay around and kill the minions. Not like we're doing anything else. Also, we probably could have just led with the Diamond Bolts. Either way, we're gonna get this one kill. And honestly, the chance of getting an Armadyl piece from the minions is low enough, and it's so slow that I just don't care that much. So we'll take our singular Kriara kill for 100 points and get out of here. If we had a whole bunch of extra time left, I might consider going to Kriara. But as things currently stand, really not worth it. And with that, I am done with God Wars. We're not done with God Wars, but I'm done with God Wars. I've got some other things that I'd like to do. And here is another herbivore. Number 250 for 250 points. And then we do another 250 for another 250 points. It's a bit less of a return. Only 1 point per herbivore. But still pretty good. I'm not going to complain. So this continues. There's a task that I'm surprised we haven't finished before. Clean 100 grimy dwarfweed for 100 points. I have made a list of a good selection of tasks that I'm interested in possibly completing. We'll see how far we get. But that really jumped out as something that'd be very easy. And there's a few in here that are really fast, but what I want to do now is a bit of Slayer. Our current task is Black Demons, and I guess that means we're going to Demonic Gorillas, so this is not the outfit we're going to be wearing. And there's a lot we can still get from Demonic Gorillas, and they're just an overall interesting thing to do. So we're going to start there and see what we can all accomplish. A lot of it is in Slayer. So, here we go. Again. There's a nice easy task. Defeat 300 Demonic Gorillas. 250 points. Not too shabby, when we're still just here for all the other drops. Specifically, a Monkey Tail and 2 more Zenites is really all we need. But if we're going to get some bonus points for just killing Demonic Gorillas in general, works for me. Well, we got the Monkey Tail, so I guess we can make the Heavy Ballista. Let's see if we can just pop this all together nice and quick. We got the Monkey Tail, Heavy Frame, Ballista Spring, Ballista Limbs. Probably going to need, I would say, maybe a hammer. Combine things. That one. That one. Monkey Tail. Alright, here it is. The Heavy Ballista. 250 points. Pretty cool. Don't know if it's really that useful. But hey, it's points. Don't think I have any javelins either. I've been alching all these javelin heads, so... Yeah, we got a handful of rune javelins from, like, the rare drop table, but... For the most part, I think rune crossbow is probably still better, so... But hey, that's more points. So I think the only things we really need that we can get from not gorillas now is we need 2 more Zenites for a task. Or we have to kill hundreds more of them, so. We'll finish this task, and we'll see how things progress. The rest of the task was pretty uneventful. Didn't get any unique items. Didn't get any Zenites, that's for sure. But really can't complain. We got the ballista, and it's so fancy. Let's find our gloves. Pick up another task. Well, I don't know if I want more of these. They're pretty slow, and the drops that we would need to get any more points would be 2 Zenites. If we look at our log here, are demonic gorillas even in here? Bear with me. They might be in the collection log. It's not really a boss. Yeah, whatever. It'd be like, what, 350-ish? So we're really far away from the next task for getting just kills here. So if I get the option, I don't know if I'll take it. I'm really feeling like doing something else right now, but might as well see if it's an option at any rate. So, next assignment. Anku, okay. That's fine. That's a quick task. And as for task numbers, we're at 51. So, it's going to be a bit of work to get that up to 100 tasks. But I suppose we can also start skipping tasks if we want to. I don't think there's anything else in here we really want to purchase. The Slayer rings really aren't too useful now that we can just teleport here to Duradel constantly. More mithril dragons. Yeah. The task extensions. Don't really need that. I think we're pretty much fine. We might get a room pouch or something. Or we can just keep the points mostly just for skipping. I think that'll probably work out better. Because we've got a lot of different tasks that we want to get. So skipping things that we don't want probably would be beneficial. But first, we're going to get our full bandos on and go kill some Ankus. These poor Anku. They didn't even know what hit them. They have 60 HP. And there was a few times there where I hit 55s. So, yeah. A very quick task. Smoke devils. Oh, that's perfect. That is some very good points. How many was that? 128? Ooh. There's a good chance we could get all of the stuff done from smoke devils for a big payoff of points. This is one of the Slayer tasks I was really hoping to get to finish this up. But that'll have to wait until
next time in Trailblazer. Goodbye.